So yeah, um, not a beer review. Um, Today I want to celebrate the life of my cocker spaniel. Sadly, he was put to sleep literally half an hour or so ago. Um, this is how he was this morning, fast asleep in bed, and sleeping most of the time. 16 years and 5 months old. This was him in the garden, and struggling with his front legs, struggling with his back legs. Um, and I got a little video of him in the garden, and just saying goodbye to him, really. He sent my youngest son to school. I think it would have ripped his soul apart to see it. Took him to the vets. The vets were really, really good. Walked in and took us straight into a side room. So obviously the last thing I want to do is eye contact, see anybody, talk to anybody. And took him in. She took a little look and she says, "It's his time." Gave it 10 minutes to sit with him, and she took him out. She had to shave a little bit so she could put the anaesthetic in, and put him back in. We all had kisses and hugs. He was looking round at us, and I felt him, and you could sense he's like me. He's a bit of a stress head, and you could sense, you could sense that it was his time. Bloody fire's going out, and put him to sleep. Injected the anaesthetic, and he went within 2 seconds. Very quick. She did say there might be, things that might happen, but thankfully, no. He didn't close his eyes. He just went, and I'm glad he went quick. I do apologise. Pets are family, You have a dog for 16 years. They're as big a part of the family as your children are, and he was our family. I'm going to crack a beer open. There won't be no reviews. It doesn't really matter what the beer is, to be honest. There won't be no reviews today either. Maybe tomorrow. Put that beer down there. I'm not advertising anybody's brands at the moment. So it was 16 years and 5 months ago. We went to a farm. Someone who was breeding dogs, and there was a cocker spaniel there, and a load of little puppies, and seen this little one, really dinkum. So yeah, paid 150 quid for him 16 years ago. So he's been an amazing dog. We brought him home. And he could fit in a hand. It was that small. I had to put extra pieces of wood on the gate because the little bugger was trying to get out. And first few months, well, I can always remember we gave him some worming tablets because they said that the vet said that, so was given a worming tablet. And first, this fucking long worm came out, and then he shit out what looked like pot noodle, and I'm on the front garden at the time. The little dogs running around on the front garden with me, you know. He always loved the garden. Absolutely loved me coming home. Straight out in the garden. He's out there with me, just watching me gardening. Just watching me. And it's happy as hell to watch me in the garden. Bloody bottles bloody ran out. My luck today. Yeah, he just loved being in the garden with us. Yeah, and then the wife comes out and offers me a pot noodle. I've never been able to eat a pot noodle since. In 16 years, never eaten a pot noodle. Can't do it. Won't do it. In his younger times, he'd come home from work. Oh, bloody hell, he was like a little baby. Would not leave you alone. Literally 2 hours of getting home, he's all over me. He just wanted my fuss, and he was, you know. I mean, he'd go for a shit in the garden, and he'd run around like he'd done the Olympics. It's like, fucking hell, yeah, that was the best shit ever. And he did. He absolutely ran around like a nutter. Say he was a boy, always weed, like a girl, you know. Instead of cocking his leg up, crouched, which I was glad about, to be honest, because you always knew when he was having a wee. Apart from obviously these last few months, formed an amazing bond with my son. My son slept downstairs in the dining room for a time, and you know the bond between them they've been inseparable ever since then. Charlie would go up, go and lay on Jamie's bed, run in the bedroom, jump on the bed. Then it got to the stage last year where he started not to be able to jump on the bed, and obviously there was a downward progression. I'll always remember a time in 2019, when we had rats in the house, got under the house, and then into the house. And I was in the kitchen and I was listening, and all you could hear was scratching, and I was transfixed to the floor. And Charlie Boo stayed with me all the time. Such an amazing dog. And it's been tough, you know. It's been tough these last few months, watching your dog deteriorate, wanting to keep him going, but not wanting to be in pain. Obviously, you know, we wouldn't want that. A few months ago, it was obviously he was struggling. Is that a West Coast IPA out of interest? Californian. I'm gonna get ratted tonight. I'm gonna sit on the settee in the front room, put some Marvel or something on. Try not to put anything that's gonna get me in tears. And just lie there with a fleece on, with my little one next to me, and we'll have a cry together. And it's really difficult as well, seeing everybody crying, you know, grown up son and daughter, wife, me, the dog's there, and he was doing this sneezy thing in the vets where he's happy because we're all there, but wondering what the hell's going off. It's tough, it really is tough. But he's been, you know, he's been a great friend, son, companion for the last 16 years. And it's you know, I mean, I suppose for some people this might seem a bit strange, but a lot of the bear community know him because he'd come in the room, he'd be tapping his feet on in here, up and down, tapping his feet. People would hear him out on the decking. He'd come and have a nosy on the bear reviews. So in some ways, he's always been a part of this channel, and yeah, he's joined me on a live or two, lifted him up and plonked him on me. So yeah, and now he's got his heavenly wings up there with me, my mum in heaven, and I'm sure he'll be running around having his shit like usual, looking out the window. He was such a nosy dog as well. We used to have the bed next to the window upstairs, and the neighbours across the road says, always know when Charlie's there, because next minute he hears something outside. He's up, climbed on the bed, at the window, looking through the curtains and nosing at who's there, and very like his dad. But yeah, it was an amazing pet. Absolutely loves him to bits. And you know, there's going to be a huge void in the house. It's been tough watching him deteriorate all these months. You know, pissing and shitting all over the house. Luckily, we've got laminate floors and liner and whatnot, so we can clean up. But it has been tough. But you do what you do, don't you? You know, they're your pets to the end. And today, fair play to him. So, Charlie.